in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Touch, Chris, my team! Minus 56! Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Quick dash, quick dash. Come, come. 95, 95.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Watch twist, watch the twist. Check 43.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Seahawks 45-yard line.
Got it. 25. 55. Hey, eat. Here we go.
Throwing on second down, Ryan. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Switch gears. Run left. Be ready.
On second down, it's Carson. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. I don't know that you've got a wealth of options here now. Third down from your 2.
The question is, how much confidence do you actually have in various aspects of your team? In your defense, in case things go wrong. In your quarterback to take care of the football. Your offensive line to protect it. If you're feeling pretty confident about all those things, you might take a shot right here.
Wilson. He's got Lockett. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now again, right side, Carson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Hey, check. Kill. Ready to go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Shannon, right 25. Shannon, 55.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Alert. Check.
Now Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Watch the run.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Good job right there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Play action. Now Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Blue 80. Watch the run. 51, sub.
From the gun, Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
We got this.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
31 yards there and a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Double count. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Woods the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Operating from the gun. Ryan looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson got a man. That's Allison. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All day, dog. 14, 14, got it. Right there, 56. There it comes. Look for signals.
To throw again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Say. Gun. To backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Boy, bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Rams first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
22.
From the gun, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Ready, like 25.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Got it.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Operating from the gun. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down.
Like 25. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't trying to go.
From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And a a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Go.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Check 4.
Zebra. Good cut.
Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Ryan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Run left.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check 56. Coming this way. Here we go.
They run again with Carson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Switch it. Look for signal.
It's a safety creep.
Hey, alert.
Be alert. SOS.
Bang. Took right.
Henry. Check 24.
Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Check 3. Hey, alert.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This complete to Lockett. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that's complete to Cooks. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 receivers now in the formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Ryan, and the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Ryan. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Carson. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Go 14.
56. Mike.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, it's been a lot of...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. That's like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 70 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Again, Ryan. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, the wins keep coming as